All right, so it's me, Casper the Friendly Ghost. Love all the sunscreen that's protecting me throughout the day. Wearing a long sleeve today too, which is pretty nice. Normally I'm not too bothered by the heat, so I had almost considered just packing long sleeves to not worry about sunscreening my arms or whatever. But on a nice day like this, we'll see how long it'll last, but it feels really good in the morning. So I'm leaving at 9:30 today, a little later than I expected, but for good reason. We did some finagling of aspects of the backpack, which was really, really helpful. We went through one full day yesterday. Today's gonna be a full one too. 19 miles, about 7 hours estimated. Of course, it'll take longer than that with all the breaks and things of that nature. But our goal is Rancho Cucamonga, so let's get to it.
Glendora really is a beautiful area. I really appreciated this fenced off area to protect pedestrians as they're walking to their bus lines. I thought that was cool. Really dug the Halloween spirit all throughout the town. But the real star for me was Mr. T's breakfast, lunch, and dinner. This place was freaking awesome. I really loved the opportunity to pour in electrolytes in my glass and stir it up because I normally can't do that with my canteen. I'll just put the fizzy powder in my mouth and put in some water, which I don't even know if that's possible to get all the electrolytes you need. Maybe it needs a chemical bit of stirring and motion to fully unlock it. I have no idea. Please let me know if I'm being crazy doing that. The pastrami, by the way, excellent. Loved all that dangling meat. It was such a good meal. And I've got to tell you that they have a magician here. So you know that this is a legit place.
So eating at Mr. D's drive-in made me realize we should talk about cars. So I know that I'm walking 700 miles for the most part. I do have two little cheats with the car that I think would be good to talk about ahead of time. So there is a pass tomorrow that has a good, cute story. I think you'll appreciate it. And that's not the whole day or anything like that. Just a really mountainous pass that just does not have any feasible way to have lodging. And then on November 9th, my friend group has a holiday that I really don't want to miss. So I'm hoping I'll be near Sacramento enough that a friend can get me and we can celebrate that day together. And who knows, maybe he'll drop me back off at the same spot. Hard to say. I have a rule to myself. I am never going to ask for a ride, but if someone offers, I might take them up on it. And the reason why is I feel like kindness and empathy, these are things that are maybe not as highlighted nowadays, right? They're not nearly talked about enough in the news and elsewhere. I do have pepper spray, so don't worry. I'm not just I'm very trusting, but I'm not so trusting in that regard. But I do feel like if, heaven forbid, I'm in the middle of nowhere, the desert, and someone offers, I'd probably take it. We'll see. But rest assured, this is going to be 40 days of walking, so don't just think I'm a big old cheater. You can put one little asterisk next to this accomplishment for sure.
So funny enough, after Mr. D's, it's really just one straight line throughout the entire day. It was called Baseline Road. And I kid you not, that was entirely where I went. Sometimes I had to go to the other side of the street because there was no more sidewalk. But I will also tell you that the Halloween decorations, holy cow, you're going to see so many of these all throughout the trip because I love Halloween and I'm sure you do too. For real, how are you going to beat skeletons on a freaking seesaw? So we did eventually make our way through Claremont and also through Upland, and I've got to say, pretty areas, but maybe not that eventful in terms of things to see, but I'm also happy the roads were safe and great.
So I'm at a sports bar in Upland. I'm 2 hours out from Rancho Cucamonga. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to make the full 19 miles today, but I feel pretty confident now, but I really needed to use the restroom, sit for a bit, and just give my shoulders a break. They're definitely the muscle that's been hurting the most, more so than my feet, which is interesting, but take a look at this food.
Take a look indeed. I mean, I asked the server what his favorite item was. He talked me to two, the egg rolls, which were excellent. I have no idea what that sauce was. It was great. And this was the number one recommended item according to him. It is a short rib sandwich with tater tots. I don't really frequent sports bars all that often. I've never really thought of them as places that have great food, but wow, actually, these were both insanely good. And the really crazy thing is, I thought that they included barbecue sauce and ranch dressing. No, that was at au jus and horseradish. So excellent, excellent dips. And yes, that short rib melt was just out of this world. The place is called Round and Third in Upland. I see you, and I'll talk about this woman in a second. For our stats today, we had just shy of 2,400 calories, just shy of 32,000 steps, and it was a little over 15 miles.
So I'm really glad that I had that preface earlier about car rides because that actually ironically happened. So at that sports bar with the delicious food, a kind older lady came outside. She said hello. She saw all my gear and equipment. Of course, I got into it. You know me, I'm social. And she was so moved. She instantly started going on Facebook to write a big post talking about all these great things about the walk and the fundraising and everything. Maybe 10 minutes later, her friend came in who was going to meet her for dinner. And she was also moved as well. So I shared my information with the two ladies, Sally and Sandy, both very kind and sweet. And we just had a fun time talking and shooting the breeze. They picked up my bill, which was so sweet. And again, it's funny because I had planned on walking, an extra 4 miles to make it here to the hotel. But because it got late and dark and I had a good time. What can I say? She did offer. I didn't ask. Sally did offer to take me. So here I am enjoying the end of a long day. I'll have to double check the itinerary. I don't think there are any days that are longer than day 1 or day 2, although that doesn't mean they'll be easy because obviously I'll be sore. Shout out to this Penetrex, awful name, but shout out to the Cubans for lending this to me because I am rubbing it all over my shoulders and my joints. It's going to be great. Tomorrow we have a fun special appearance, and I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be great. So I'll catch you later.